Hello and welcome to Daily Market Movements, and in fact welcome to our very first episode of Crypto Watch. During today's trading video we're going to be analysing the markets of XRP over the US dollar and Bitcoin. Now we have very exciting times here in the crypto markets as we are just trading off all-time highs in the Bitcoin and Ethereum markets. XRP still is lagging those markets, but we are on the cusp of a breakout. So I am going to start with XRP due to the fact we are breaking out here. This is very exciting times. I've drawn a very large wedge that we've been trading in dating back to the April 16th. That's this very long spike up we had at the start of April where we rallied all the way from 57 cents all the way up to $1.96. And since then, we really have been, kind of trading sideways. We saw a lot of volatility from April all the way through till June, where we saw that massive sell-off from that $1.96 price area all the way down to 51 cents. And that was because we had a lot of news out of China with regards to them banning crypto and the mining of crypto. So we have witnessed some a lot of volatility over the past 6 months. But all this looks to be changing due to the fact we have got Bitcoin and Ethereum breaking out to a brand new all-time high. That's something that we will look into in the next couple of minutes. But XRP, as you can see, is breaking out of this wedge, and that's extremely bullish. And in fact, during today's trading session, we have broken above the 50% Fibonacci retracement level. This was very, very bullish. I currently have this chart in the 4-hour time frame, and it's just beautiful. We've broken out of that of the wedge, above the 50% wedge, and then above the 50% Fibonacci retracement zone to touch prices up at 1.29500. And now it just looks to me that we are retracing to go back test this 0.5% fib level and then to trade back towards the upside. So this is perfectly normal. I saw over on Twitter a lot of XRP holders are starting to freak out, saying, oh, here we go, we're going to go and return back towards $1. But no, this is perfectly normal. In fact, we did actually have a mini test here when we broke up the wedge. We did come out and back test it, and then look what happened. We rallied straight above the 50% fib level. So this has been long coming for the XRP market. I did actually do a post over on Twitter a few days ago saying that we were only really about 14 days, there you go, 14 days until we would see a breakout. And it has come early because I have seen in the past that XRP has gone right to the very end here, and then eventually we've had that breakout. So it's nice to see it 14 days earlier than expected, rallying out. And I really am excited to see what will happen in the near-term future for the XRP markets. I am looking for a rally up towards the 1.40 level. That makes sense because it's the next fib zone, and then once we can break above that 1.40 level, that's where I expect us to see prices up at 1.66. I think going into the end of this year, I think it is possible that we could see XRP trading as high as 1.95. That being said, I do want to touch on some of the tweets out there that I've seen where there's many traders saying that $10 XRP, $27 XRP. In 5 years time, absolutely, definitely possible. But we have to be realistic, and XRP will not be trading up at $27 within 2 months. Look at the RSI. Even if I take you over to the monthly RSI, we are trading towards the upside, currently up at 60. And then if I take you to the weekly chart, look, we're all the way up at 60 as well. So these silly tweets that I keep seeing about $27 XRP, I like the positivity, but I really don't believe that that's going to happen within the next 2 months. But I'm looking at a target maybe around that $2 price target, the highs that we achieved back in April, and potentially we could even surpass that and go and trade towards $3. So what do I think is currently happening in the XRP price chart right now? Well, look, the RSI on the 4-hour chart was considered to be overbought once we have broken out. So that's why we are back testing that 0.5% fib level. And if I take over to the 1-hour chart as well, we were considered to be overbought, and we have cooled off rather nicely now. And we're only at 59 on the RSI. So what I do anticipate is that we consolidate here ever so slightly. We've recharged the RSIs, and then going into the next couple of trading sessions, whether that be tomorrow or the day after, we will see that next leg higher up towards 1.40. Also, I want to point out that we did previously just see a head and shoulders pattern forming here. I know that a lot of XRP traders were very worried when we saw this spike all the way down to $1.10, and in fact I did anticipate this. I actually forecast that the head and shoulders pattern was that it was occurring. If I take you back to one of my drops, and I posted this on Twitter, we had that shoulder, we had the head that forming, and then that's when I said, are we going to see a right shoulder here and a move down towards this area here? And what happened? Exactly that. We had that right shoulder form. We saw that move all the way down towards that 1.12 area with a low down at 1.09. And then what happened afterwards? Well, I did actually post and forecast the move afterwards as well. I said, look, we've just broken via neckline, which we did up there. And we've gone back to the original point where we rallied from to form the head and shoulders pattern, and we bounced perfectly. And I anticipated a move back towards the top of the wedge, and that is exactly what happened, and in fact we've now broken out. So very encouraging to see this type of price movement for the XRP chart, and I will be monitoring it as we go into the next couple of sessions. But 1.40 is my near-term target. I think that we could definitely get there before the end of the week. Moving over to the Bitcoin markets. Now, Bitcoin markets, extremely exciting. We've seen a huge rally this year. As we all know, I think Bitcoin's up 1,500% this year alone, which is incredible, especially if you were buying down at $4,000 to $5,000 at the start of the year. So Bitcoin's currently trading just below 66,000. The previous all-time high is 67,000. And, we're only really 1,200 points away from achieving a brand new all-time high. But unlike XRP, as you can see on this chart, we have hit the full Fibonacci extension, which is that 1% area. So I don't personally see there being too much left here to go in this rally. Personally, I'm predicting a price movement up towards 70, perhaps maximum $80,000. And I know that will offend a lot of crypto bulls out there, because there's many of you expecting prices to go above 100,000. Some are even calling for 150,000, 200,000. But guess what? They're doing the exact same thing in most other markets, like XRP, like as I just mentioned, $27, $50. I even see some tweets up in here for XRP where people are calling for like $10,000 XRP by January. It is just ridiculous, but that is what helps these markets rally at these high ends now. Personally, I would look at this chart and there's no way that I would buy at these high areas. But you know what? Retail traders, those who are new to trading, see these tweets on Twitter, and that they are the ones that cause these massive spikes towards the upside at these high levels. These aren't the big whales adding significant amount of money up at these high prices. It's the retail traders who aren't as well educated with regards to these type of price movements, because they're seeing these tweets on Twitter saying Bitcoin's going to 100k, and they're thinking, well, fantastic, we're at 65,000. That means we still got another 35,000 to go, which is probably not going to be the case. And again, I want to show you the RSI, really simple indicator here. Look at the RSI on the weekly chart. We are pretty much at 70, which indicates we are overbought. And you may argue and say, well, Max, look what happened back here in at the start of this year, when we saw Bitcoin rally all the way from $10,000 all the way up to $65,000. The RSI went up to 93. Yes, that is the case. But also look what happened here. We're pretty much at that same level there. And that's where we saw a massive 50% drop here in the Bitcoin prices from 19,000 from 13,000 all the way back down to 4,000. So in fact, it was more than a 50% drop. It was more like a 75% drop. So I'm not so bullish at these high levels on the Bitcoin markets. I'm not going to be a buyer here. Again, if we look at the monthly chart, the RSI is incredibly overbought. We are trading as high as 73. So we're already overbought on the monthly chart, and I do anticipate a pullback in the short term. But the altcoin market is trading significantly higher, and I think that the Bitcoin has one last leg higher to go, and then we really will see a lot of the money flow out of Bitcoin and flow into the market, into the altcoin markets, and that's where we will see XRP start to gain traction and trade up towards at least $2. But I'm going to wrap it up here for today's video. As I mentioned, I'm looking for a move in the Bitcoin market up to at least 70,000, and the highest I anticipate it to go to is 80,000. And XRP, I really would like to see a move up towards 1.40 as we go into the end of this week. I'm extremely bullish here on XRP. I feel like it's lagging the rest of the market, as the Fibonacci retracement zone will show you. If I just go on the daily chart here, there we go. If we were to be where Bitcoin is right now, we would see moves all the way up at $2, and we're all the way down at 1.26. So I do anticipate a large movement towards the upside. But thank you very much for tuning in, and please make sure to subscribe to our channel to find out what happens here in these two markets, and to keep up to date with our videos. Thank you.